I'm Jean Lloyd and I'm reporting to you from a bookstore, an old bookstore in downtown Cape Town, South Africa, where we're going to take you on an exciting journey through where books come from, where they're made. We're going to be chatting to the authors, we're going to be chatting to publicists, and we're going to have a look at the print company that actually printed some of these books. Today, we're going to introduce you to Vanessa Wilson, that I was fortunate enough to meet about 4 years ago. A famous publisher in South Africa and an author for a book called Publish Like a Pro. So we want to take you on a bit of an adventure with why Vanessa actually went this route as a, well, not just the author, but actually as a publicist. Why did she go and write a book that was going to show you how to publish yourself? Vanessa saw the opportunity to assist people and give them the tools, which is wonderful. The tools, in case you're deciding to be an author, she's giving you a toolbox on how to actually put this together and how to self-publish your book with an A to Z guide, easy, simple process to actually follow every step of the way.
I wrote Publish Like a Pro to assist my own clients in the business with a lot of their publishing questions. I just found that I was repeating the same things all the time. A lot of my work, actually, apart from production, involves author training. So I found that this was the best way. I could recommend the book, they could read it and be fully equipped to enter the publishing process and know what they could expect from it, because I think, like in any business, whether it's printing or publishing, managing client expectations forms a huge part of that. As it turned out, the book developed and grew into something even I didn't anticipate, from something that was going to be quite small, because there was just so much to publishing. And I thought the book would actually benefit people further afield. In other words, not just my own clients, but any author who actually wants to publish a book. I've had a lot of authors write to me, some people I don't even know, not our own clients, who have said, wow, they found the information incredibly valuable. They didn't know that publishing, doing it the right way, was such a complex process, because you know that there are many ways to publish a book. There are some shortcut ways where you literally hand over a Word doc and, you know, a few weeks later you have a book. Whether it's a good quality book, whether it appeals to the target market or the target audience, whether it communicates the message, whether it's of good quality, you know, those are things that the book explores. I wrote the book to actually improve the quality of published, self-published products in particular in the market. I think very much depends on our target market. If I were dealing with people with very, very low budget, and by low budget I mean people who want to publish a book for as little as 5,000 Rand, which is just impossible. But I think most of my clients are professional people, the people that come to us anyway, and they don't want to be bothered with doing this themselves. They're running their own businesses, they are subject experts, they've got their own stuff on the go. They would rather hand the job over to somebody else, but it still helps them understand the process. And I think that when you do anything, whether you're building a house or whatever hobby you take up, I think that it's good to know, even if you don't want to get into the full gamut of it, it's still good to know what it involves. So when I say to an author, you know, you're going to have to check proofs, they will know what proofs are, they'll know at what stage they're going to have to do that. I think that it also helps to manage expectations. So it definitely hasn't taken business away from me. I still get the business I need, but what it has done, all the authors that would typically not come to me, who might not afford my service, they still have access to the right information that they can then implement to create a decent quality product. When we consult with a client, we also are presenting limited options, and technology is changing all the time. So I think from my perspective as a publisher, it would be awesome if my print providers would actually come to me and let me know the latest technologies, what the digital presses can do. I've often even had to ask, what is the maximum sheet size, you know, how big can my artwork be? And that sort of information, in my opinion, would be nice to be forthcoming, because then we can actually offer extra value add to our own clients. I don't always want to produce a book, one book to the next looks exactly the same on the same paper. I want variety, but I don't necessarily want to go a litho run. So I think from a digital perspective, yes, having that information would help a lot. Well, I think that if printers understood the publishing industry, they first of all would understand how things are costed out. They would understand the economies involved in publishing. But more than that, they could suggest solutions to help our products stand out. We all know that having a product that stands out on a shelf is what's going to attract the attention of the customer. So yes, having a different finish, these little bells and whistles actually really make the day, and that up until now has been the advantage that litho printing has had, because everything is highly customized off a litho press. We just have to print large print runs, which doesn't suit certain authors or certain publishing companies. I think one of the big challenges in the printing industry from a publisher's perspective is a lack of proactive product development for us specifically, and also a system that makes doing business with a print company a lot easier. We have to have hundreds of quotes backwards and forwards. So very few printers at this stage offer online quoting. Which makes a huge difference, even from a planning point of view. I mean, I send off for quotes a year in advance sometimes, and a lot can change. I don't want to keep bothering a printer with so many versions and so many emails. I would rather be able to just log on and find the information that I need. One of the challenges I found was actually finding a true print-on-demand printer, being that I could take an order through my online store, send that order through to the printer, and then have them actually print and deliver the book. And now that is possible through print-on-demand, so they have definitely changed the print-on-demand landscape. I think warehousing solutions would work. Warehousing is traditionally very, very expensive. If a printer could offer authors some kind of a warehousing solution, it would add a tremendous amount of value. It's about letting us know what's out there and understanding our pricing constraints. Publishing does carry quite severe pricing constraints, because at the end of the day, a client or a customer is not going to understand why they're paying 500 Rand a book as opposed to 300. To them, they don't even always notice what goes into a book. They're just going to look at the price. So it does have to be kept competitive. And I think that the extra bells and whistles makes a huge difference. The cover is the book's prime real estate, and that's what people make buying decisions on when they look at a book. And being able to help a publisher stand out, being able to help a book stand out is good for the publisher, it's good for the business, and the printer will have more books to print.